Morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Brimus, aka Brimasi, here with another how-to vid. So today's episode, we'll be talking about how to self-induce hallucinations. Now, with that being said, I'm not gonna give you an explanation on how it came to be. I'll just tell you how to do it. If you would like to hear how it came to be, leave a message in the comment box, and I'll get back to you I'll get back to you with another video. With that being said, here we go. So, when you're lying in bed about to go to sleep with your eyes closed, picture a light bulb in your mind. Turn it off and on, off and on, off and on. Repeat that process until you're actually able to see with your eyes. Again, with your eyes closed. Now, what you're doing here is you're creating a muscle that allows you to focus your thoughts out in front of you. Even with your eyes open, you can still do it. But to train yourself on how to do it, keep your eyes closed. When you're comfortable enough, what you want to do is create a different starter image, and then do it with your eyes open. But for now, eyes closed while you're about to go to sleep, and just focus on the light bulb, turning it off and on, off and on, off and on. So once that's done, it could take a few minutes to a few hours, a few days. It could take a lot longer. It could take less time. But once you get it done, believe me, it's a lot of fun to do. Um, what I like to do is I'm now able to create 3D models in like not just images but like actual models wherever I'm looking. So right now I'm looking at a pyramid. Over here I'm looking at a sphere. There I'm looking at somebody holding a mug in their hand. Yeah, stuff like that. But what I like to do is whenever people are walking by, this might sound evil, I don't know, but what I like to do is have them walk through my hallucinations just to see if they bump into it or not. Many times I've done this with cars. I feel so bad about this, but yeah, if it ever happens, I'd be so sad, but also really cool at the same time. But what I do is I imagine or I hallucinate the objects in front of cars that are driving by or people that are walking by or whatever. Whatever. Anyways, to get to that point, you'll have to create again switch your starter image to something a little bit more basic than the light bulb. And the light bulb is just to create the muscle again to help you to focus it from your mind to through your eyes. But again, when you're done with that process, you don't have to go back to it ever again. You can just continue with your my starter image is a cross with an X in it, the Red Hot Chili Pepper symbol. That's exactly what I use. And from that, what happens is I see rainbow colored vortexes all around me, like hundreds and hundreds of them. I haven't done it in a while, but when I do it, sometimes it happens. And yeah, so create the starter image, the X cross, whatever. You can use you can do a basic shape, triangle, square, circle, whatever, and use that to create the next phase of hallucinations. But what happens after this is you'll see white lights flying all over the place, zooming all over the place. In your room, when your eyes are closed, outside when you're out for a walk or whatever. Another thing I should say is sometimes these hallucinations could last for a long time. Like, I'm talking about maybe an hour at a time. Mainly, what happened was for me was I kept doing the hallucination outside for I think I did it for maybe 2 or 3 hours one time. I was at the park and just chilling there, and I was doing it at the ceiling at the sky, and for about maybe 2 or 3 hours I was there. And while I was walking home, I tried to shut the hallucination off, but it kept going, and all I could see were these random colored vortexes all over the place. It was awesome. It was beautiful, but I couldn't stop it until after a while, after a long while, it just stopped. It just went away. But every once in a while, I do get the rainbow colored vortexes, and it's amazing. It's a beautiful, very beautiful thing to see. Cooler thing even plus is that you're not high, you're not on drugs, you're not on mushrooms, you're not LSD or anything, and you see these things pop out all over the place. It's a very nice thing. But yeah, it's if you're ever bored and you wanna entertain yourself or whatever, try doing this. It might work out for you. Anyway, so once again, first thing is light bulb in your head, on and off, see through your eyes, and then when you get far enough, create a next or a different stutter image, and then from there you go to with your eyes opened, and then again the lights come up, the rainbow vortex and everything, and then when you get to a certain level, this happened with me once. It only happened once where I was outside looking at the sky. I always do it when I'm looking at the sky. Morning, day, night, whenever. Whenever sometimes when I go for my walks, I look at the sky and I hallucinate. And what happened was I was outside doing up the sky, and then all of a sudden this green blob just poured out of like a hole in in space. It just poured itself out and onto the ground, onto Earth, and then I looked down, and then I turned to my left, and there was a spider web right here, and I swear to God, a giant golden spider like this big was right in the middle of it, right in my face, like right here. I turned, holy shit, what the hell is that? Moved back a bit, and I'm still looking at it, and it just went dissipated. And then, okay, that was cool. So then, a few seconds later, I looked down again, and then I looked up, and then another web appeared, except this time it wasn't complete when I was looking at it. When I was looking at it, it was like a puzzle piece being put together. So it was a piece here, here, until it was fully formed. And then I'm looking at it, and I touch it with my left hand, my left finger, and I can actually feel it. I could feel it. And then I pulled it back. It snapped off, and then the web started to cover my hand, my arm, my shoulder, my whole body, just like in the Matrix, the movie The Matrix, where Neo touches the mirror and he pulls it back. That's exactly what happened with me, except I did not take any of the red or blue pills. Instead, I saw the green blob fall from the sky. Anyways, so that's something that can happen to you when you do this. Again, no need for narcotics, which is a really cool thing. But yeah, that's it. So once again, light bulb off on, through your eyes closed. Do the new starter image, the cross or whatever, square, triangle, whatever, and then open eyes. Again, do the same thing. Experience the hallucinations. Experience the lights flying all over the place. Experience the rainbow color vortexes, and then enjoy because it's a really fun thing to be able to do. I haven't done it in a long time, but when I first started, I first started when I was like 11 or 12, but like since then, I never really. When I was 11 or 12, I figured this out, but then I never used it since then up until the age of 21. So back in like 2006, 2007, and then in 2006, 2007, that's when I started to actually do anything with it. And it only took a few weeks to a few months to be able to get that far with it. Um, but yeah, enjoy your time and have fun. It's a really cool thing to do. So with that note, I'll let you guys go. And again, comments if you want to hear me on how it came to be. Yeah, leave a comment in the comment box and I'll get back to you. So have yourself a good night. Take care. Have fun.